Hello and welcome to GreenHerb-Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream I am playing Mortal Kombat 11. And I'll be playing a bit of the story mode, maybe a little bit of online, and just a lot of Mortal Kombat 11 content to look forward to. So sit back, relax, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. And hello to my viewer who has just joined the live stream. You are very welcome to the live stream.
Sup, Johnny?
It is great to have you.
Emoji wide smile.
Who is this in the live stream? We will soon find out. Just getting my live stream up on my phone. And my phone is acting up. Chad Middleton, welcome to the live stream. It is great to have you as always. You are very welcome. I hope that you enjoy the live stream and I hope that you're having a great day so far.
To be fair, the awards were shit.
Okay, so the Video Game Awards 2019 took place yesterday. It was very, very early in the morning for me. It was actually today for me because in Ireland, the Video Game Awards 2019 started at 1:30 a.m. on the 13th of December. So it was quite an early start for me. And the best fighter of the year went to the very good Super Smash Bros.
The goose was robbed.
Ultimate. I will respond to all things Game Awards in just a moment. But yes, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was rewarded Best Fighter of the Year. And I'm here to say, Johnny GreenHerb-Gaming is here to announce that my fighting game of the year is Mortal Kombat 11. So, hold that L. I know, Chad, I know. I did say for quite a while now that Mortal Kombat 11 would win Best Fighter of I was wrong. The best fighter of the year went to
I'm surprised
Super Smash Bros.
Resident Evil
Ultimate.
2 didn't win anything.
Right, no, I'm surprised that my phone is acting like a heap of shit. That is what's surprising me right now. Let me try to get the live chat back up on my phone. It seems to be not showing the comments. Here we go. The goose was robbed. Yeah, I was very surprised that Untitled Goose Game didn't win. Didn't win there.
The biggest L was the Game Awards.
Oof.
I wasted my time. Emoji happy tears.
Damien, buddy, welcome to the live stream. It is great to have you. As always, you're very welcome. Hope that you're having a great day, man. Hope you're keeping well. And that's absolutely priceless. That comment should win Comment of the Year. Comment of the Year. Seeing that we have a Tweet of the Year, that should be a YouTube Comment of the Year. Right there goes to Damien Sewell. You're surprised that Resident Evil...
Box.
It's what's quite funny about the new Xbox is it's actually not a box. It's actually a rectangle. I was just looking at that earlier today. It's literally a rectangle. It's a tower. It's not a box. So it's quite funny, really.
Damien, that's true.
It is quite funny. So we've got a lot to talk about in this live stream. I suppose we're going to be talking a lot about the Video Game Awards 2019 that took place earlier today, at least earlier today in Ireland, anyway, at least. I was surprised that Untitled Goose Game didn't win the award, but look, he made an appearance nonetheless.
Fast and Furious PS2 game.
Fast and Furious PS2 game. Yeah, I have zero interest zero interest in Fast and the Furious. All things Fast and the Furious,
Agreed.
let alone...
emoji happy tears. Emoji happy tears.
Like, let alone the video game. I have no interest in Fast and the Furious. I do have a lot of interest in Michelle Rodriguez. Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind going a bit Fast and Furious with Mrs. Rodriguez, you know, any day of the week. You're surprised that Resident Evil 2 didn't win anything. I was just surprised overall by the actual like Game of the Year winner, to be honest with you. Like, I know a lot of people did tell me that the game, that I don't even know the name of the game. I can't even pronounce the name of the game. I was like left deflated. So I just want to say hello to my 4 viewers currently watching the live stream right now. You're all very welcome. It is great to have you. I hope that you're having a great day and I hope that you enjoy the live stream.
Will kick your ass.
Vin Weasel, he can lick my weasel right now for all I care. I'm calling you out, Vin Weasel. That's a good name to describe him. Okay, so I think it's about time that I got this live stream officially started. And as I said, yeah, GreenHerb.
Hello, LOL.
Oh, hello! I see that you've resubbed to my channel, Rumble Jungle. That's nice. Welcome to the live stream. So yeah, so I am saying GreenHerb-Gaming is saying that my best fighting game of the year is Mortal Kombat
you so,
11.
LOL.
Rumble Jungle just had to go back to the jungle there to collect some bananas. But as I was saying, so IGN, you know, give their game of the year and their best fighter of the year, and the Golden Joysticks they announced that Super Smash Brothers, or what was it again? No, they announced that Resident Evil 2 was their ultimate game of the year. So everyone is saying what their game of the year is and what their best fighter of the year is. So for me, GreenHerb-Gaming, Mortal Kombat 11 is my fighting game of the year. Something really cool to show you. I've unlocked Raiden's announcer voice and 1000 time crystals simply by signing up to the Mortal Kombat 11 newsletter. So I'm going to claim my reward right now. I'm so happy. I'm so hyped. So you can see I now have Raiden's announcer voice. You can turn them on in the options because I don't have any other announcer voices right now. So I have 1000 time crystals as well. Okie dokie.
Customize. Learn.
That's not the announcer, by the way, just in case you're wondering. So what we got to do is we got to go into options, go to audio, go to announcer voice.
Fight.
What the fight? Wait, Raiden's voice is quite funny.
Fight. 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 Fight.
This is quite funny.
Fight. 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 Fight.
Well, excuse me.
Kirby with the knife, welcome to the live stream. You and your knife are very welcome to the live stream. Great to have you as always. Hope you're having a good day and hope that you enjoy the live stream. And in case you didn't hear, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate won Best Fighter
Todd Howard
of the Year.
has given us more Skyrim.
Todd Howard can suck my Todd. Is what Todd can do. So yeah, Kirby, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has won Best Fighter of the Year at the Game Awards, but I, GreenHerb-Gaming, Kirby is happy. It's a great game. I mean, I'm happy that it won. I'm happy that it won, but obviously I would have preferred if Mortal Kombat 11 had won Best Fighter of the Year. But I, GreenHerb-Gaming, am making Mortal Kombat 11 my Best Fighter of the Year.
Did you see the nominations for Best Family Game?
That should have been renamed.
Emoji wide smile.
That category should have been named the Nintendo Awards, like Nintendo Game of the Year, because every game was a Nintendo game. I'm surprised how Reggie Fils-Aimé didn't actually announce didn't actually be the presenter for that category.
No.
Pretty cool. It was Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm shocked because that's not a family game. The only family game in that category, in my opinion.
Like Nintendo's chances here, Jeff.
I know, yeah, he's so funny. Like the one-liners he comes out with, it's so funny. Like, and he's the one who made the nominees. Like, so he's quite funny. Like, but yeah, I'm surprised how Reggie Fils-Aimé didn't actually present that category. It would have made a lot more sense. But there's a game called Ring Fit Adventures, and it really is centered around family. It's all about exercise and making exercise fun and encouraging, family and all family. Like whether they're adults and parents who like only have like 2 hours of the day to themselves, like they can do a bit of exercise, or their kids, come up from school and like instead of running home upstairs and playing Fortnite, it encourages them to come down and actually do a bit of exercise. It's a great game for the family, and I think that really should have won Best Family. Luigi's Mansion 3. I mean, like, I can't see, like, Granny, like, oh, hello, my name is Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm going to catch some ghosts there now before I put on your tea. I mean, like, come on, like, family, like.
Fact that YE fit but good graphics.
Yeah, it's like an expanded version of Wii Fit, Kirby. That's the best way to describe it, actually. But I'm shocked that didn't win Best Family Game of the Year or Best Nintendo Game of the Year. It should have been renamed as. Okay. It's been like 10 minutes now, and I haven't even started Mortal Kombat 11. I've got to change that. Okay, so we have Raiden as an announcer now.
The Facebook gaming ad with the white male heroes. Then the next ad is Johnny Cage from MK11. Emoji happy tears.
Do you want to save your changes? Yes, I do. I do.
Custom. Kombat.
So what'll I do first? Story. Let's play the story a little bit.
Story.
Because Mortal Kombat 11 has a fantastic cinematic story campaign, 7+ hours of amazing storytelling, bringing past and future together, only found in Mortal Kombat 11, my best fighting game of the year.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
I like the
chapters.
I like how it says chapter.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. Chapter 6.
Okay, let's do this.
War on the home.
Reggie's speech was amazing.
Reggie's speech was indeed amazing, yes. I quite enjoyed that segment, yes. That was a nice segment, yes. Because he really pointed out a very interesting point, that all game developers, no matter how small or big they are, they all started out as independent developers.
Yes, video games is better than Green Day.
Green Day were quite good. I actually quite enjoyed Green Day. But he made a great point there. About like basically independent developers are the future of the video game industry, essentially. And do you look at how games have become now? So yeah, it was a nice little speech, and I quite enjoyed that. Yes. So let's get chapter 6.
Your heart has hardened, Kotal.
It's Shao Kahn, the true Kahn of Outworld. The only Kahn of Outworld.
I like the tower, LOL.
You like the tower? What's that? The new Xbox? I don't know why they're calling it an Xbox, because it's actually not a box. It's a rectangular. It's like a wannabe PC tower. Is that the tower you're talking about?
Yeah, it is defo PC tower.
It's a wannabe PC tower is what it is.
Blame yourself for the Elder God's deaths, Raiden.
The Elder Gods are dead.
Your actions have irrevocably altered Kronika's golden balance of light and dark. Shinnok's
Put a
decapitation
water gallon on top of it.
You are a paragon of virtue.
Was there any other games that got
I
Cody?
abide my...
Well, there was a lot of different categories, Kirby. The main category was Game of the Year, and that went to a
Fire
game called...
Emblem got the fans' vote.
It did indeed. So the actual Game of the Year went to a game called Sekiro, what the hell it's called. It's a weird game. I have no interest in it. That one Game of the Year. There was lots and lots of different categories that I'm going to do my best to remember. I don't know. Oh God, I can't think now. I honestly can't think. My mind's gone blank. Well, another best family game went to Luigi's Mansion 3. Another best fighting game obviously went to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And to be quite honest with you, I forget the rest of the categories. But there was lots and lots of different categories, Kirby. But the actual Game of the Year went to a game called Sekiro or something. I think that's what it's called. Okie dokie.
Mother's will.
You were begotten by Kronika.
As was my brother, Shinnok. The darkness to my light. Nature demands equilibrium. Balance is perfection. You have stepped out of your role, made that balance impossible.
The amount of ads was
A new
insane.
era holds no place for you.
Yeah, there was a lot of ads, alright, yeah.
Kotal Khan is captured, Raiden. The combined might of Outworld and the Nether Realm will keep your forces at bay, while my mother finishes.
I'm looking forward to Refugee Simulator. That looks like a really,
I
really
like
good
how
game.
Bravery Default 2 was announced. But the Nintendo fans act like it doesn't exist and are more disappointed in no Smash Fighter-y.
Yeah, Chad, that pretty much sums up the Nintendo fanboys right there. Thank God I'm not a fanboy of either console.
Was the new fighter announced?
Oh, perfect timing. That was like a perfect follow-up there to Chad Middleton's comment. No, unfortunately, the new fighter for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was not announced at the Game Awards, but hopefully that will be announced soon at a Nintendo Direct. I would presume there will be a Nintendo Direct either at the end of this month or the start of next year. Or maybe there'll be like a dedicated Super Smash Bros. Direct type presentation.
I was so confused about that. I thought Bravely Second was a sequel.
Yeah, it mustn't be. Apparently it mustn't be. It must be its own thing. Bravely Second must be its own kind of thing or something. I'm not too sure about that. I thought it was a sequel to Octopath Traveler, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kirby, no news on the final fighter for the current fighter pass in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Unfortunately, no. But yeah, the Nintendo fanboys, they do make me laugh. They do make me laugh. Thankfully, I'm not a fanboy of either console. I consider myself a gamer. I just look forward to playing games. But they're quite funny, alright, Chad, aren't they? Like, dismiss every single thing that happened at the Nintendo or at the Game Awards simply because their beloved fire was not revealed. How could they? How could they not reveal it? I mean, yeah. I mean,
what happened?
What happened? I'd like to. I mean, I would. You mean like about why the fighter wasn't announced? Is that what you mean? I'm going to presume that's what you mean. I would say it's probably because Nintendo want to announce that maybe kind of in their own space. Like I know the Game Awards is a huge platform.
Travis Touchdown is next character, perhaps.
There's so much characters that they could actually bring over.
The
fanboys, yeah. According to Chad, the Nintendo fanboys are very angry with the Game Awards because there was no Smash Fighter reveal. So like they showed like a great game like Bravely Default 2. They showed DLC for that Marvel Avengers game, which I have no interest in. And yeah, like they're like, oh, why didn't we get character reveal or something? I don't know. Doesn't bother me either way, but I think Nintendo will probably keep that for themselves because if they had announced. So you think about like Nintendo Direct is huge for Nintendo. Like it's a huge presentation. It isn't just something small that they do now and again to reveal a small amount of games. Like, Nintendo Direct is a huge thing for Nintendo. So if they had shown Breath of the Wild 2, if they had shown, like, I don't know, Super Mario Galaxy 4 or 3, what the hell am I saying? I was going to say Super Mario Odyssey 2. If they had shown, like, huge games like that at the Game Awards and they had revealed the final fighter, then they'd go into a Nintendo Direct and they pretty much would have no surprises. So that's probably what they were doing there. But yeah, Kirby, the fanboys are not too happy with the fact that the final fighter for the Fighter Pass has not been revealed.
Her work.
Do not underestimate Earthrealm's warriors.
You are right to have been fond of these mortals. They were good souls.
Yes, they were good souls. And Maiden got them killed.
Man, these arms
Reggie
are
was
upgraded.
supposed to announce Mother 3.
Reggie was
Emoji
supposed to
happy
announce.
tears.
I think Reggie Fils-Aimé, like, will go into the grave, like, with people asking him about Mother 3, like, honest to God.
Fast and Furious and Jumanji look awful.
When it comes to the Fast and the Furious, unfortunately for Michelle Rodriguez, even though, again, I'd love to go Fast and Furious with her any day of the week, and unfortunately for Vin Diesel, or Vin Weasel, as Damien put it, I love that, by the way, I just have no interest in Fast and the Furious, so I couldn't care how that game looks, to be honest with you. As far as Jumanji is concerned, I just can't take Jumanji serious.
Wow, I thought it would happen, but that was very unexpected.
Hello, I'm confused. What did you think was going to happen, Kirby? I don't know. You mean I don't know. Sorry, I'm confused, Kirby. There's so many comments about so many different things. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Do you mean about you thought that?
New
Oh yeah.
fighter.
Sorry, Kirby. Sorry. Yeah, I think a lot of people expected it because last year they announced Joker. So I think maybe a lot of people just kind of... One thing about Nintendo is never expect anything when it comes to Nintendo because they're just so... They're old school. They're like your parents, basically. Like, I mean, they will they will do things their way and they'll always do things their way. And they will never give you what you want. Like, they'll never give you what you want. They'll give you what you need. I don't know, it's hard to explain it about Nintendo, but they just don't kind of operate like other
They're
companies
boomers.
do. They're boomers, yeah. They're boomers, Kirby. That's exactly it. Oh, for God's sake, that's actually funny. But that's what they are, no. They're like your parents, boomers. They'll do things the old-fashioned way, the old school kind of way, yeah. But I do reckon that, watch this space, because I do reckon that maybe at the end of this month, the start of next year, just like it's been this way for all, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of the Directs anyway, there will be a Direct at the end of this year, or the start of next year, and that's where they will reveal the fighter, so everyone can calm down.
Propaganda last night also with the refugee game.
Do you know what I want to talk about? Because, oh my God, I got to be careful here. I know that Johnny Talks doesn't resurrect like a fallen elder god here now. We all know there's agendas, and we all know that powerful people are pushing those agendas down people's throats day in and day out. So yeah, we heard about refugees and their struggles in life, and nothing new there. And we've even heard about climate control and all this climate change and all that as well. But the one story that I liked, and I'm not gonna I don't want to talk about refugees.
Johnny Talks for Christmas.
I know, Johnny Claus. Johnny Claus talks for Christmas. Oh God, that's actually quite, yeah. The return of Johnny Talks for Christmas. But I'm not going to talk about refugees, and I'm not going to talk about climate change, any of that. But there's one story that that was actually very emotional, and it was about this young. I was actually texting my good buddy Damien. I was texting him on Facebook. We were both watching the Game Awards live, and I didn't quite catch everything. But there was this young boy. He was like 11 years of age, and I believe he has issues with mental health, like depression and anxiety. I think his father passed away and everything, and he was using Roblox as his way of kind of dealing with that, and he was like creating like games within Roblox and everything. And I just thought it's something that doesn't get highlighted enough, like mental health, particularly when it comes to young people, because young people are the future. And how can young people have a future if they're not going to be around in that future because of mental health and anxiety, you know? So I just thought that was a really nice and heartwarming story.
Yes, he was very good, and the deaf girl was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
too.
her. Yes. I just think it's refreshing. And I'm not saying anything about refugees. I'm not bashing refugees. I'm not bashing people who want to protect our planet. But I just think it's something we hear every day of the week. And I just thought it was just nice to kind of, to get an insight into like how young people are, the kind of struggles that young people have to struggle with. So I just thought that was a nice little story there, and yeah.
Jeez, that's sad.
It was very sad. It was actually very, very emotional. Like I was actually texting Damien, like, and I was actually like, I was very, very emotional now, to be honest with you. I really, Jesus, like I deal with anxiety and depression myself, but I didn't really get anxiety and depression until I was like
I like
well into my
veterans out of mental health, playing Overwatch together than just sitting on a chair and answering questions.
That's right, yeah, there was. I remember that segment. Because I was doing a lot of texting in between, like, so I didn't quite catch everything. But I do remember that. That was quite nice. There was also a game where you can send people messages as well. There was some indie developer who created the game.
Tracy,
I can confirm on the Johnny Awards that Tracy has been announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a world premiere on GreenHerb-Gaming. Oh man! But yeah, lots of emotional moments actually. I actually kind of got emotional when Reggie Fils-Aimé was talking about the late great Satoru Iwata. When he was talking about how everybody at one stage was an independent developer, because he talked about how Satoru Iwata would play on a calculator when he was very, 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 very young. When he was a young, like, teenager, he would play on a calculator, and that's where he kind of got the idea of like making, computer entertainment, and that would lead all the way up to, he was behind the DS and the Wii. Well, he oversaw the DS and the Wii and that type technology, and he played a huge part also in the Nintendo Switch as well. So, like, he was involved in games like Kirby and Earthbound as well. So, like, this is a guy who started off as an independent game developer, and that's what Reggie Fils-Aimé was trying to say. And no, indie games get a lot of slack. They do. They get a lot of slack because people expect quality and they expect, amazing looking graphics in their games, and that's okay because we live in 2019 and that's to be expected.
I still remember the day after on Splatoon.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people and they were paying tribute to Iwata. That must have been very, very emotional. I remember that so many people across the world paying their tribute to Satoru Iwata in so many different and innovative ways, just like he was himself innovative. Yeah, that was a nice little story now that Iwata gave on Miiverse. Yes. Oh, they should bring back Miiverse in some sort of like resurrected kind of way. Like, I love this live stream. It's turned
confused.
into. I love this live stream. It's turned into a little chat now, but we will be seeing a bit of gameplay in between as well.
Until you told me.
That's right. I actually remember that night. I remember that night when I called down, and well, it was actually the following day because it was actually Damien that told me that he had passed away, and then I think I called down the following night, and yeah, that's right, yeah, when I told you then. But yeah, it's like one of those moments like where we all kind of know where we were, kind of what was going on, like when Satoru Iwata passed away. And I think what we all have to do is remind ourselves that we're all gamers. Some gamers prefer the Xbox or primarily PS4 or primarily a Nintendo console. Some players like to play a bit of both. Some players like shooting games. Some people like, but we all need to remind ourselves that we're all gamers, and I don't think any of us can deny like the impact that Satoru Iwata had on the video game industry, and like I just think it's a nice moment, like when somebody like Richard Fils-Aimé pays tribute to the legend that was Satoru Iwata.
Next time I see Ermac.
Oh, I made sure.
Oh, Jax has beef with Ermac. Ermac blew off Jax's arms.
I imagine future me is out kicking ass with these right now.
Cassie told you that future you spent time as a revenant, yeah?
Sounded horrible. Can't imagine becoming Shinnok's puppet. But she says I come back from it.
The experience haunted Dad. But then
That Japanese girl
at
was
home.
crazy on stage,
She brought it back to
lol.
Oh man, she was high.
Good woman.
She was high in crack cocaine.
She was Dad's everything. She died last year. Ever since Dad stayed on the farm.
Man, she was
Feels safer
absolutely
there.
insane. She's like the female Japanese version of the
Here's how you
guy from
access
Norway,
incoming reports. Sweep
Norway
here
or
and cross-check
fucking
them
thing.
with past
Yeah.
reports. The software
Way
can
out.
suss out the deltas.
Now that's progress.
Sonya Blade, unfortunately voiced by Ronda Rousey. The two Johnny Cages eyeing her up.
So, a merry Lieutenant Princess over there. Always had a thing for blondes. Ever since Susie DiNardo Junior year.
What the hell?
Take it from me. You didn't miss much. That woman over there. She's the real deal.
Capcom just uploaded a video on the YouTube. Resident Evil uploaded a video onto their YouTube channel. Resident Evil 2 RPD demo.
To know if you know this.
Well, you'd have to tell me what it is first before I know it. That would help.
Got eyes, brother. As younger you, I saw him. You swear to tap that at the earliest
But
opportunity.
Mortal Kombat movie
Oh.
getting released 2 months earlier.
Yeah, read that this morning. Well, seen that this morning. There was a video about it this morning. Very happy with that. Or less, basically more or less, we're around a year away from the movie's release. I just want to point out that I don't think at this stage, I don't think that Johnny Cage, past Johnny Cage, realizes like that he is basically talking about his own daughter.
What? It's our destiny. Ouch.
How the hell do I ever sleep with that guy?
I couldn't tell you,
Your
Sonya.
father. I can't believe I just said that.
Look, my dad isn't the Johnny you know. He grew up. I like to think you rubbed off on him. As a kid, I looked up to both of you.
My dad?
Sonya Blade finished her scenes now in the movie.
Yeah, and about a week ago, Lana from World Wrestling Entertainment was like, "Oh, I think I'd make a great Sonya Blade. I'd love to be Sonya Blade." Arrogant bitch.
Private Pumpkin.
Huh. That's what you called me. We should get back to work.
Biometric verification required. ID verified. General
Oh, this is
Sonya
where
Blade.
Sonya Blade
General Blade.
discovers
I'd be
her
proud.
future, her destiny, her tragic future. And she doesn't respond to it very well.
Untwist your panties, older me. I'm a star. This is a military.
Oh, this is Johnny
operation,
Cage versus
not a
Johnny
movie
Cage.
set. I'm
I
only the
think.
best fighter here, but your daughters got me sitting.
I
at the
actually stayed up watching it last night, but didn't he go to bed yet?
Who didn't go to bed yet?
Dad
Damn.
always said, hungry people eat lunch.
No, I'd go to bed
Hungry
right
people
now.
serve it. Dad was an asshole. Hollywood made us an even bigger one.
It's moments like this why I consider Mortal Kombat 11 my best fighting game of the year. It is past. It is future Johnny Cage versus past Johnny Cage here. Do you have his thing?
To be fair though.
To be fair, yeah. You're really good with those cliffhanger comments, aren't you? Like, you know.
Smash technically shouldn't he be
Do you
there?
know what I will actually say? And I'm not going to start the rant here because we all know how you react to rants, Rumble Jungle. But anyway, even
As
the
it was last year.
Even the Nintendo President of America himself said, and this is how I take this now, right? This is my opinion on this. He said that Super Smash Bros. Is not just a fighting game. It's a lot more than just a fighting game, is how he put it. It's a lot more than just a fighting game. And I think that tells me that he doesn't see Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as an actual fighting game. He sees it as, and he described it as a collaboration, as bringing together all these characters, all these games, these game worlds, all these personalities together into one massive collaboration. And that's what Super Smash Bros. Will always be. So I don't think it should be there either. I don't think it should be there. I think it deserves to be in a different category.
It is.
I know I'm not going to be, like, I know people are not going to agree with me, and that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. So, you know, but I just think, like, that's what he said himself. That's what the Nintendo America president himself said. That
It isn't, it did LOL.
Okay, let's back to the gameplay. Let's get back to the gameplay. Well, I anyway, GreenHerb-Gaming have nominated and awarded Mortal Kombat 11 my best fighter of the year. But I'm just saying that even the Nintendo President of America himself described Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as something other than a fighting game. And that's the Nintendo President of America. So, take it up with him. Take it up with him. Oh, I want to do the Nutcracker.
An old man just kicked your ass.
A boomer kicked his ass. Man, he doesn't like losing. A bit like me. He's a bit like me a couple of years back. Or it's not a couple of years back, a fucking couple of fucking days back, really. When I was all competitive. That's what he reminds me of. And his name is Johnny as well. Oh, Sonya Blade. She's found out what happened to her in the future, and she's not very happy with it, and gets quite emotional actually. Now, to be honest with you, I mean, imagine you were as young as her. You have your whole life ahead of you, and you find out how things went. So get the tissues out. Well, that's not that emotional. I'm probably overhyping how emotional it is now, but I thought it was a little bit emotional.
You left me behind?
Excuse me?
My final mission.
How did you...
And you find out Ruzy is doing your voice,
yeah, she definitely should stick to the octagon or the fucking squared ring, or just in all due respects to the woman, like, she's not a voice actor.
No, I'm not doing this. Not now. Not with you.
Damn it, Cassie! You abandoned me?
To save the company! That was my order!
Who the hell gave you that order?
You did. Read the full report, Lieutenant. Go to condition red!
What's going on?
Yippee-ki-yay, right? Follow my lead.
These characters never age, LOL.
Actually, they do age. All you have to do is look at the detail.
Dead. They shouldn't have won.
They actually do age, Rumble Jungle. They actually do. Apex and Destiny 2 are dead. They shouldn't have won. I actually voted for Fortnite for best ongoing game of the year. And I have no shame, because to be fair, like, it is a huge, huge game. Now, I do think that a game like GTA 5 and a game like Minecraft should have been included in the nominees in that category. But I just think that Fortnite is just played by so many people day in and day out. It definitely deserved to be, in that category anyway, it definitely deserved to be best ongoing game. I think the guy behind Epic Games, his hairstyle is absolutely... Now, right now, if you had a face cam, or if I had a face cam, Jesus, I'm in no position to talk about hairstyles right now. Let me tell you that much right now. But that guy's hairstyle, man, he looks like an 11-year-old with a hair. Like, you know those 11-year-olds? I don't know why the fuck I'm specifically saying 11-year-olds here, but he just looks like this. You know these kids with the fucking... They try to spike their hair to make them look cool, you know? And they got fucking... They barely have any fucking hair in their head, but they try to fucking spike it up. Like, I don't know. That's what he looks like anyway. Yeah. The two Kanos. Ew.
Right after the award, they had the 9 to 5 parody with the rabbits.
Oh yeah, that was actually quite funny actually. The only rabbits I wanted to see at the Game Awards were the raving rabbits. But there you go. But this is a really cool moment here in the story, because past Johnny Cage got himself scratched. He got an old scratch in his cheek. And future Johnny Cage actually has that scratch too. So basically anything that happens past Johnny Cage will happen future Johnny Cage, which is going to play a huge part in the story later on.
Oh, that's freaky like Friday. The shot our face, Johnny. The shot our face.
I know, Johnny. I know he gets mad because they got the scratch his face.
He's gonna get us killed. Funny way of saying howdy, partner.
I was saying goodbye.
Really?
Why is a nice Texas boy like Aaron Black in bed with the Black Dragon? Older you works for Kotal Khan. He's one of the good guys, kinda.
When I pick sides, I pick a winner.
With these guy sequences, you could make a Mortal Kombat action game.
With these CGI, it's a cutscene, Rumble Jungle. It's a cutscene. You see, this is gameplay here. Far better than anything you see Super Smash Bros. That's for sure. I'm picturing you right now, Rumble Jungle. That's what I'm doing.
Not according Game Awards, LOL.
Well, according to GreenHerb-Gaming, the very stream that you're watching right now, that you're giving me a view on, I have awarded Mortal Kombat 11 Best Fighting Game of the Year. And if you don't like it, you know where to go. Come to press and smash for yourself. You missed me, Erin.
You chose poorly. Cassie! Sonia! Breathe, kiddo.
They took Mom. Sonia.
I'll get her. Can we find out where they've gone?
Tarmac B.
On it. Keep her safe.
Oh, Johnny Cage has vengeance on his mind. Johnny Cage literally has grey hair, and Rumble Jungle said his character's on age. What a numpty. I love it. Johnny Cage is about to fuck some shit up. Oh shit. And this is what I mean by like cinematic campaign.
Send another extraction vehicle.
You won't be online long enough for your friends to make it, Tinhead.
Yeah, Tinhead.
Johnny Cage. Cyrax defeated you when you were younger and stronger. As I am his superior, I am yours.
You're forgetting the time I beat Shinnok mano a mano. Oh wait, you were dead when that happened.
Oh, it's Johnny Cage with that smack talk, and I was gonna back it up with some smack down. Damn sector.
Sonya Blade is next.
Look at this. This is brutal combat. No pun intended, but this is mortal combat. This is what fighting games are and should be all about. I'm going to talk you through this process right here, okay? You can see that I have 2 meters at the bottom of the screen right now, right? shield and a sword. Obviously the shield is my defense and the sword is my attack. I can power up certain special moves when my sword meter is full.
Fans of the
by
Little
holding
Big
down R1.
Planet community are now making their own
Like I just did there.
fan game on PC.
So you saw what I just did there. I enhanced my nut move. Fans of the Little Big Planet community are now making their own fan game on PC. Nice. That's got an amazing community actually, the Little Big Planet community. So much creativity. Amazing creativity. So I can also power up my kick, I think. So I'm going to show you that nut flow again, right? So back down X, hold down R1, boom. So you can see that my shield, or my sword, empty, it's getting full there now. So the more you block, I think, you, okay, I didn't need to show that. But so yeah, you can
go back to the 90s.
Go back to the 90s, exactly.
Who's next?
I'm next. Hollywood.
Oh! Right in the Maltesers.
Shit. As if throwback me wasn't bad enough.
Oh, it gets bloody worse. Sonia and your little girl, they're gonna die. Right in front of your face.
You sick baldy bastard. So it also, as you can see, it also has pieces of environment that you can interact with and use as weapons. From simple little things like that to a lot more detailed moves like this. And also, I don't know if I'm in the right course or stage here, but I think he's going to kill me here. I'll just demonstrate something. I also have this. So there's a lot you can interact with. And it isn't just that you're interacting with it, it's part of the combat. You're smashing your opponent's head, you know, into a vehicle. You know, scraping their face off a cactus. Thanks, chat. So this is all reasons why I think that Mortal Kombat 11 is my fighting game of the year. I'm not Jeff Keighley. Okay, I'm not on the panel of the Game Awards, okay? I'm not fucking IGN. I'm not Metacritic, right? I don't get to decide these things. But like for me, Mortal Kombat 11 is my fighting game of the year. And nobody can take that away from me. Jeff Keighley isn't taking that away from me. IGN isn't taking that away from me. Nobody can take that away from me. And look at these. Look at these fatal blows that completely, like, you know, turn the fight upside down in your favour, using the right time. These are all reasons why Mortal Kombat 11 is the best fighting game of the year.
No one threatens my family.
Yeah, Kano. And I think that's the end of that chapter. So Johnny Cage is being kneecapped.
Well, well. Got ourselves a full-on generation swap here. Don't think so. Between Ninja Mime and Lady Liberty, we've got all the leverage. We're leaving. Go get my lesser half.
And the base?
Taken care of.
Johnny Cage being kidnapped by the Black Dragon and Kronika's army. It's not good for Sonya Blade. Cassie Cage had to witness her mother taken away from her twice. Both in the present and both her present mother and her past mother. Yeah, I don't think I'm making that, Cassie. Jesus, that is close. I would shit myself.
Let's go get them.
Anyone else hear that beeping?
Oh shit, Spectre is about to go bye-byes. Or Raiden has heard us talking at least.
Have I arrived too late?
I think you did, yes.
You're back in the nick of time.
Hanzo Hasashi, better known as Scorpion.
Now that's what I call a miracle.
Yeah, Raiden. Thanks.
Grandmaster Hasashi, I humbly request the Shirai Ryu's hospitality. My Sky Temple has been compromised. There is no safer place for us to gather.
Lord Raiden, welcome to the Fire Garden.
The Elder Gods are gone? Shinnok is Kronika's son? No wonder she sent the Black Dragon after me and Dad. We both kicked his ass.
It is not vengeance that drives Kronika. She restarts history to balance light and dark among the realms.
What can we do, Lord Raiden?
Gather Earthrealm's forces. But that effort will be for naught if Kotal Khan's armies cannot join us. Cetrion informed me that Shao Kahn has captured Kotal Khan. We must spare no effort to free him.
Kung Lao and I will go. We will rendezvous with Princess Kitana.
Thank you both. May the Elder Gods protect...
There ain't no more Elder Gods.
Victorious.
You are passionate, Princess Kitana, but I am not persuaded.
Queen
Shiva.
Shiva, haven't your people fared better under Kotal Khan than Shao Kahn?
In some ways.
Hi, that is the end of that chapter. Now I'm going to, sorry for abruptly ending the story there, but I will return to the story soon. But I think for the remainder of the live stream, I'm going to go online now and I'm going to test my might.
Conquer. Fight local.
It'll be interesting now to hear Raiden as the... I did activate him, didn't I? Just want to make sure that I activated Raiden as my announcer. Did I? I did, yeah. Okay.
Online.
By the way, the voice you're hearing now is not the announcer. The announcer is actually the guy that will actually announce when you're selecting your fighter, and it'll say like round 1 fight,
Ranked
Scorpion
set.
wins, all that
Combat
kind of stuff.
League. Ranked set.
And I'll go into the old Combat League there now. I actually started it.
Let's forget that Mortal Kombat 1 won in the Game Awards.
Games hacking.
Let's get a Terminator player.
Chad loves the Terminator. Games hacking, welcome to the live stream. It is really great to have you. You're very, very welcome. Thank you so much for dropping by GreenHerb-Gaming and this live stream. Hope that you enjoy the live stream.
Games.
And more importantly, I hope that you're having a great day. And yeah, let us forget that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate won Best Fighting Game of the Year. It's a great game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but let's just forget that happened.
Sir.
I feel old now.
Sit down.
It's you for calling me sir. I'm only joking. I really appreciate you dropping by the live stream games, because you could be doing anything right now, but you checked out GreenHerb-Gaming, and for that I really appreciate it. And to show my support, I've actually subscribed to your channel.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn. So Raiden's announcer that I've recently unlocked.
Cyber Lin Kuei Assembly.
So yeah, GreenHerb-Gaming is awarding Mortal Kombat 11 Best Fighting Game of the Year. It is my best fighting game of the year.
I am gonna share the live stream.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah, there's been two Sindel players actually. This is a husband and wife right now, so it's gonna get messy. Very messy.
Round 2, fight.
Interesting to hear a different announcer. Oh no, she got me. And this is it, like, this is using Fatal Blow at the right time. You really have to be conscious of a player's Fatal Blow. Another grip. Just like that. And this is another great example of why I am awarding Mortal Kombat 11 my best fighting game of the year. Just for moments like that.
Final round, fight!
I had to show up there. She's angry now that I showed off. You never show off to Sindel. Thank you. Oh, I keep forgetting she had. What even was that? Sindel's having a bad hair there right now. Oh, mother of Jeebus.
Fatality. Sindel wins.
I don't like Raiden's announcer. He's a bit too, like, fatality. You know, you want a bit more emotion than that, Raiden. You know, you've just announced somebody being literally ripped to shreds, and you're like, fatality. It should be fatality. You know, do it like that next time, Raiden. Okay?
Round 1, fight.
Jesus Christ, we ain't paying you for this shit, like, you know.
Raiden just sees this every day. It's nothing new to him.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's not new to Raiden. Just another day in the office of Raiden, really, isn't it?
Round 2, fight.
I'm sorry, Sindel. I know that you're my wife and everything. I still love you, but you have to die. We gotta make this even Stevens, you know, 1-1 now for the final one. Final match determines the winner of the set. So if you can hear me, good game, good game. I want to point out that I'm level 50 on my Switch as well. So just wanted to, you know, share that.
If I could play with you, I can beat you, liar.
No problem. I look forward to the challenge. Not today, Sindel, I'm sorry.
Round 2, fight!
That's more like it, Raiden. Fight! Get a bit of energy into it, Raiden, you know? I'm paying you good money for this, Raiden.
Nice win.
Thank you. This is going to be really close. I don't even think I'm going to be alive at the end of this.
MK11 is half off with the Game Awards sale.
That's right, 50% off on all consoles and PC.
Final round, fight!
I'm sorry, Sindel, I still love you. I still love you, Sindel. With the love of my heart. $200 soul fragments. I'm gonna do some casuals now. Change it up a little bit.
Online. Combat League. Ranked casual versus.
Actually, would I do King of the Hill? No, sometimes King of the Hill can take a bit long.
Private 1. Casual versus.
You are entering a game mode where cross-network players could be... Oh yeah!
But that's not fair, they didn't give them any award.
Well, to be fair, they were only nominated for 1 award. So, to be fair to the Game Awards, to be fair to Jeff Keighley, Mortal Kombat 11 was nominated for only 1 award, Best Fighting Game of the Year. But look, don't be too upset because GreenHerb-Gaming has awarded Mortal Kombat 11 Best Fighting Game of the Year. See, we can all hand out awards. You know what I mean? Like, we can all do it, like, you know? We don't have to be Jeff Keighley, we don't have to be the Game Awards, we can just hand out awards. So GreenHerb-Gaming, it's official. GreenHerb-Gaming has awarded Mortal Kombat 11 Best Fighting Game of the Year. Oh yeah, I should also point out there is no cross-platform play in Mortal Kombat 11. How amazing is that? Which means I could be playing against Xbox players, Switch players, PC players. This is really exciting stuff, you guys. Really dark here. Why the fuck does she...
That's good news.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Sorry, no. Fucking decorated the curtains and everything. But, sorry. So, yeah. Some of this left the game, did they? Yeah, it's actually great news. Fantastic news. Really, even though it's taken quite some time now to find the player online, I was going to say, oh, here we go. So it opens up. So it tells me it's PlayStation versus PlayStation right now. Except, I think as of right now, it's only PlayStation and Xbox players, as far as I know. And I think maybe at a later date they will include Switch and PCs, like with most games, really. Who will I go?
Shang Tsung.
Did you hear the way he said Shang Tsung?
Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung. It's going to be Shang Tsung versus Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
And what is up with Raiden's voice today? It's quite funny. Jesus. I don't have any variations for Liu Kang yet. See, I put most of my progress into the Switch version, because that's the version I was playing the most. So I have lots of variations on the Switch.
Shirai Ryu Fire Garden.
I want a better announcer. This Raiden announcer is not cutting it for me right now, to be honest with you.
Round 1. Fight!
Keep forgetting to do that. No, I'll never join you, Shang Tsung. You're a bad man.
Fight.
So I'm so used to Shao Kahn's uppercut. Like, Shao Kahn's uppercut has such a good range. So I just naturally... Like,
I am from Algeria.
Nice! I'm from Ireland myself. So hello from Ireland. Doesn't he have a lower move as well? Down, oh. He does, yeah, down back square does the lower. So when it's combat he's sliding moves, you know.
Good game.
Thank you.
Final round. Fight.
Right. Oh, he ended the well, I didn't end the
game.
Somebody ended the game anyway. Find next opponent. Yes, I'm looking at the time here. And
You hear Fallout 76 new update broke the armor stats?
no, I didn't. But every single thing about Fallout 76 seems to involve the word broke. So I can't say I'm too surprised there, chat. This is going to be the final fight of the live stream.
Casual versus.
So you got to see a bit of the story, and you got to see a bit of online. And I'm enjoying this calm, Johnny, and not as competitive as I once used to be. So far, when you've gone up against PlayStation players. It's funny how Ed Boon and NetherRealm Studios have been so quiet about this cross-play. I mean, cross-play is a huge, huge deal. Like, if you're somebody who...
I don't like this, it's full of glitches and bugs.
You mean Fallout 76? I presume you're talking about Fallout 76. Skipping the rest, made famous by Kirby with a knife. Do we still have Kirby in the live stream? If so, drop an old hello in the old live chat. But this right here, this variation has been made famous by Kirby with a knife. Skipping the rest. So yeah, cross-platform play is huge because it means that if two friends have two different consoles but own Mortal Kombat 11, they can still play together online. That's huge. I don't know why some people don't play cross-play. I think it's fucking huge.
I will say the end of the stream.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's literally going to be very shortly anyway, so it's cool. This is going to be the final fight of the live stream. Who did I go as? Scorpion. Jeez, I got a fight there.
Fight.
But I actually... Not who it was. Oh shit. Oh wait, I know there's combos.
Minecraft finally got cross-play with PS4.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think the nice little trailer that went along with it as well was pretty cool. Combo chads! We're doing those combos.
Round 2, fight.
Ed Boon would be so proud. Oh my face! Ouchie!
Nice.
Thank you. I kind of wanted to do some more combos, but I don't want to get too kind of overboard with the old combos like so. What's his
Finish her.
Finish her.
Down far back thing. What's this red hat? You know, wasn't even looking. Now that is a fatality.
Fatality.
Wins.
So that is officially the end of the gameplay portion.
Excellent.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. This is the end of the gameplay segment of the live stream. But every now and again I like to have an old chin wag, as this says. Anybody familiar with that term, chin wag? Basically just means having a conversation. Because I got two people in the live chat, so you know. So, I suppose, could we talk about the Game Awards again? What game?
Online.
So, to my two viewers watching the live stream, what is your game of the year? I mean, a game of the year now. What is, 4 viewers? What is your game of the year, everyone? Let me know in the live.
Thank you for watching the stream and goodbye.
Thank you for watching the stream. I'm a little bit confused now.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Cool. Cool. Death Stranding. I actually have Death Stranding. I actually got to go back and play that game. It's a different game. It's really not the kind of game that you'd be used to seeing. So good choice from Games Hacking. So anybody else? What is your game of the year?
Demon X Machina.
Demon X Machina from Chad Middleton. I like the diversity. So this is what happens when you actually ask the fans, you know, what their game of the year is. Not asking a Metacritic score. Not like Metacritic, what is game of the year? Well, based off review scores from approximately 93 reviews, I can tell you that the game of the year is this game. Like, you know, like, it's nice to ask human beings, and you know, instead of asking, like, you know, IGN who do reviews or looking at sales or whatever the case might be, I think it's always nice to ask an actual person, you know, what is your game of the year? And this is what happens when you ask them. It changes depending on who you ask. You know, we've got, you know, Death Stranding from Games Hacking, and we've got Demon X Machina from Chad Middleton. So anybody else? We've got 3 viewers on the live stream. So anybody else, what is your game of the year? My game of the year is Resident Evil 2, because I grew up playing Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation. That was a completely different time in gaming. You know, gaming looked differently. The people who played games were differently. Games were designed completely differently. To take a game like that and remake it with modern hardware for a modern audience, but at the same time keeping someone like me happy and satisfied, you know, because I love Resident Evil 2, and if you change Resident Evil 2 too much, I will fucking notice it and I will be angry. And thankfully they didn't change too much, and it didn't feel too differently, and it was an absolutely amazing experience from start to finish. So yeah, taking, you know, a 25-year-old game, essentially, 20-plus-year-old game, and rebranding it and remaking it into something amazing, that's, for me, what made Resident Evil 2 my game of the year. So, you keep leaving me know there. So, I think we all know what Chad is going to say if I say what is your best fighting game of the year. He's going to say Super Smash Bros., so it's not even worth asking that. I think a lot of people were disappointed by the Game Awards for the world premieres. You see, because what started to happen is, you see, when the Game Awards started 5 years ago...
Did you see the Resident Evil 3 remake trailer? This means that Nemesis is going to be there.
Oh, you be sure I've seen the trailer, man. I've certainly seen the trailer. Resident Evil 3 is my favourite Resident Evil game in the entire Resident Evil franchise. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Look no further than my actual YouTube name, GreenHerb-Gaming. I named it after, you know, the infamous Green Herb from the Resident Evil series. So, seen the trailer for Resident Evil 3.
I love the Muppet segment.
The Muppet segment was fantastic. That was absolutely hilarious, Chad. I'm glad you liked that, because I loved that too, man. It really was funny, especially with the goose and everything. I'm not happy with the design of the Nemesis. He looks like... There was a funny comment, and I'm going to quote this guy's comment. He looks like he's trying to escape from a plastic bag, like a black plastic bin bag. He looks terrible. His teeth look like, you know, piano keys. Like, I know that the Umbrella Corporation were involved in some really wacky experiments, but I've seemed to miss the memo where they experimented with pianos, where they've you know, crossbreeded humans with pianos, because his teeth look like piano keys. His face looks terrible. It looks like he's got a mask melted onto his face. He looks terrible, absolutely terrible. If you look at the original Nemesis design,
he has a noise.
Yeah, he's that's one way to put it. He's got something anyway. He's got something there anyway. That's for sure. Not at all happy with how the new Nemesis looks. At all happy with it. I mean, if you look at the original design, I mean, he looks far better, and that's PS1 graphics. He looks far better. I mean, just so much better, so much scarier, menacing, powerful. He is Nemesis. You know what I mean? You look at him now, and it's like, what is this? What am I looking at? He's terrible. Anyway, that's all I'll say about the Nemesis.
They're going for the tyrant human look.
Yeah, but like, he's not like, he's terrible. I don't care what look they're going for, man. I mean, the end result is terrible. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I also have my concerns with the game. Now, apparently I've been told by a YouTuber, well, he didn't tell me personally, I was watching a YouTube video. According to this YouTuber, Capcom were developing Resident Evil 2 Remake alongside the development of Resident Evil 2, so it's been in development for like 4 years. But in saying that, I do feel like, I feel this game has been rushed. I really feel this game has been rushed. There seem to be recycling environments. Now, for anybody who tries to get there before me, yes, I am well aware that the original Resident Evil 3 is essentially a recycled Resident Evil 2 in terms of some of the locations, particularly the Raccoon City Police Department and areas of Raccoon City. I'm well aware of that. But there's just something, when they showed the sewer section and the orphanage as well, there was just something a bit too fucking copy and paste about that for my liking, to be honest with you. So, a bit too copy and paste. I just don't think that it has the same level of impact. I don't think that the reveal of Resident Evil 3 Remake has the same level of impact that Resident Evil 2 did. Now, maybe that's because they didn't reveal too much information about it and people were waiting so long, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, compared to Resident Evil 3, we're like, oh, yeah, Resident Evil 3, here it is, here's a trailer, here's gameplay, come and go in April. Like, maybe that's what I'm going to say, the whole thing feels rushed. I just don't think that Resident Evil 3 is going to have the same level of impact as Resident Evil 2 is.
What time is it now in Algeria? It's 1758.
Oh, you're an hour ahead. It's 16:59 here in Ireland. You're just 1 hour ahead. That's pretty cool. What else did I want to say about Resident Evil 3? Let me know what you think as well in the comment section. What do you think of Resident Evil 3 Remake? I am very concerned with a comment from the actual developers of the game. They have said, they were talking about the redesign of Jill Valentine in the Resident Evil 3 Remake, that they feel that compared to Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 leans more in the direction of action. Everybody watch the Resident Evil 3 developer interview right now. It's up there on Resident Evil's YouTube channel. It's a developer special, developer interview, whatever. They clearly have stated that Resident Evil 3 is an action game, and I am not happy with that at all. I mean, I played Resident Evil 3 on PS1. I have Resident Evil 3 on PS1. That is not an action game. That is not an action game at all. Yes, there's times where Nemesis jumps through the window and stuff like that, but then again, like, just because you jump through the window doesn't mean it's action. So I'm not at all happy with the developers, you know, quoting the term action in Resident Evil 3. So I just don't think it's going to have the same level of impact as Resident Evil 2 Remake did. But look,
how many times is Nemesis going to spam his rocket launcher?
What if Nemesis was a character in Super Smash Bros? I mean, because it's just so random. You just never know what you're going to see in Super Smash Bros, you know? What if he just randomly appeared with his rocket launcher? Like, I know he's a very, like, graphic fighter, but there you go, you never know. So yeah, keep the comments going. Let me know what you think of the Game Awards. Let me know what you think of Resident Evil 3. Just anything at all that you want to talk about for the next couple of minutes. So Resident Evil, look, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Myself and Resident Evil, we just go together like a house on fire. You know, I love that franchise. And I'm the kind of fan of Resident Evil where I'm just that fan who will just support it no matter what. No matter what they do, I will support them along the way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do. I will more than likely complain, but I will still buy their games. But I'm just not...
He's already a fighting character in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, Nemesis is in Marvel vs. Capcom. You are correct there, Chad. So you know, the Resident Evil fan in me is definitely going to go out there and buy a Resident Evil 3 remake. There's no denying it. It's a bit like the remake of Final Fantasy VII. I have recently described the situation as past, present and future. Final Fantasy VII is my past because I grew up playing that game on the PlayStation 1. I never played a game like it before. It was so new. The music, you know, still sticks in my head to this day. You know, the gameplay, it's my past. But it's also my present because I still play it to this day. I downloaded it on the Nintendo Switch so I can play it anywhere, anytime. I'm actually considering downloading it again on the PS4 so I can stream it leading up to the release of the remake. And it's my future because the remake, the thing with a remake is, and I've only just understood like what a remake is recently. A remake is not a copy and paste. You know, it's not just a new lick of paint.
Looks good.
She looks good actually, yeah. So a remake is not a lick of paint. A remake, you're literally remaking it. You're literally just you're taking it from scratch and you're remaking everything. So you're approaching the story freshly. You're approaching character design. Everything is fresh. That's what a remake is. Yes, you do have to an extent stay true to the original, you know, in some ways. But, you know, my initial reaction to Final Fantasy VII Remake was, when I found out that it didn't have the turn-based combat system, I was like, this is shit. That was my initial reaction to it. When I found out there was going to be episodic...
In Arabic we say Aslam alaikum, it means hi or hello.
Wait, let me try that. Aslam alaikum. Did I pronounce that correctly? Aslam alaikum. Did I say that correctly? This is what I love about GreenHerb-Gaming. Oh, I've been meaning to do a video. Okay.
Yes, not copying.
Wait, did I get it right? Did I get it right? And this is what I love about GreenHerb-Gaming. Sharing my passion of video games with the world around me. So there's two things there. Sharing. I love Mortal Kombat. I like Resident Evil and I love video games. And I'm sharing that passion right now to games hacking. You know, with the world around me, because this guy is from Algeria, I'm from Ireland. This is what GreenHerb-Gaming is all about. And I'm going to actually do a video. My next live stream is going to be, you know, talking about what GreenHerb-Gaming is all. I'm not going to reveal every single thing because there'd be no point in doing the video then. But I think that a lot of people, we're all different. We are all different. No two people are exactly the same. We're all different. We've got our own personalities and we do things differently to other people. There's a lot of people on YouTube and they're all on YouTube for different reasons. But I have my reasons for being on YouTube. And not so much reasons, but we all have like why are we on YouTube? You know? Why are we on YouTube? Like, my answer will be revealed in a live stream next. Not directly next, but the next live stream I do, I'll be answering that question. So yes, I don't talk too much about it, but like, yes, I don't want to reveal the entire contents of that live stream, but there is a reason I do what I do on YouTube. There is a reason why I live stream. There is a reason why GreenHerb-Gaming exists. And there's a reason why I keep coming back and doing it. And there's a reason why I love all of this, you know, interaction on live streams. So yeah, so it's kind of need to put that in the back of my mind, because if I don't, the live stream will basically come out, you know, then and there. But the fact that, like, you know, myself and Games Hacking are having a conversation and sharing our language. And I'm going to share, I'll type it in a second. I will type it in a second, but I'm going to give you a couple of words in Irish. Now, Irish is obviously Ireland's native language. Unfortunately, the British took that language from us, but we won't get all political. So we speak, I would say primarily in Ireland, we speak English. There's lots of different cultures living in Ireland, but primarily we speak English. But Ireland's native language is Irish, or Gaeltacht. No, I'm not the best at Irish, but I will, because it's not my first language, unfortunately. But I will, speak a little bit of Irish for you. So first of all, I always say welcome to GreenHerb-Gaming. So Fáilte, Goodie, I think, GreenHerb-Gaming. It means welcome to GreenHerb-Gaming. So Fáilte is welcome. So I'll tend to spell Fáilte now. Unfortunately, the educational system in this country is done in a way where you just basically puke out everything you know. It's all the knowledge is crammed into your head, forced into your head. I believe this is how you spell Fáilte. So that means welcome.
Failed.
Oh my God, she didn't pronounce that very well, did she? So Fáilte is welcome. Also, if you want to say how are you, so if you're asking somebody how are you, you say Conas Atatu. Conas Atatu. So yeah, some bit of. But this is great. This is great to be able, because when I woke up this morning, see, this is what it is. I'm going to give you. I'll give you a brief glimpse into what my next live stream is going to be about. When I woke up this morning, I didn't say to myself,
sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Fáilte to you as well. This is great. This is absolutely great. My phone just decided to go absolutely insane there, sorry. So when I woke up this morning, I didn't say to myself, Johnny, we're going to do a live stream today and we're going to get 1 million likes. And we're going to get 2 million views. And 6 million are going to share my live stream and I'm going to be famous. No, I didn't. But I also didn't wake up in the morning expecting to have a conversation with somebody for the very first time who I've never met before in my life, a guy from Algeria, and to be learning his language and for him to be learning my language and to be able to share our opinions on games like Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil that I love, my passion. So not only am I sharing my passion of video games with the world, but I'm also sharing my language with people from around the world. And that's pretty much an example of just one of the things that GreenHerb-Gaming is all about. It's what I really love about my YouTube channel for many different things. But I'll talk about that in the next live stream. But I probably would say this live stream is going to end any second now, because just the way things are, I got people coming in and out and stuff around me, so I just need to be So I prefer to do live streams when I have a bit of peace and quietness. I can't do a live stream when somebody is sitting beside me expecting to have a conversation about how their day went or whatever else. It's not understandable, I don't want to be ignoring the person either, so yeah. So the Game Awards 2019. I gotta say, I was disappointed that Mortal Kombat 11 didn't win the official Game Award for Best Fighting Game of the Year, because I just personally feel that Mortal Kombat 11 is the better fighting game out of all the games in that category. So yeah, but look, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a great game. I love that game, but I love that game for the reason that the Nintendo President of America described Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as. It's a whole lot more than a fighting game. It's about bringing together all of these iconic video game characters from iconic video game franchises and worlds and merging them all together and collaborating and colliding in Smash. And I think that's what makes Super Smash Bros. Ultimate a good game, but I just don't put it in the same category as games like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or Tekken. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would have preferred if Mortal Kombat 11 had won the award for Best Fighting Game of the Year. But as I said, GreenHerb-Gaming has awarded Mortal Kombat 11 Best Fighting Game of the Year. So
even though Smash won, the fanboys are in tears.
Look, the Nintendo fanboys will always be in tears. It's why they're such an easy target. you know, for Sony fanboys and Xbox fanboys. It's why they're such an easy target. They basically make a fool of themselves. They're not doing themselves any favours, Nintendo fanboys. You know, it's why they're so mocked. And I'm not in favour of mocking and bullying, like, but they don't do themselves any favours. Like, I mean, going online and crying, you know, like little babies because, you know, there was no fighter reveal for Super Smash Bros. I mean, come on. I mean, thankfully for me, again, I said at the start of the stream, like, I am not a fanboy of either console. I'm a gamer. I've always been a gamer. The first console I owned was a Sega Master System. Then I got a Nintendo console. Then I got a PlayStation. I got an Xbox. Like, I've never been loyal to just one console. Like, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just, you know, it's just, you can be, yeah, it's not even about like having just one console. It's just about this mentality of like, I don't know, like these Smash fanboys, you know, who like basically like tarnish an entire Game Awards, and you wouldn't have to do very much anyway to tarnish it, because I think a lot of people didn't like the Game Awards anyway, beside the fact that there was no fighter review for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But yeah, I just think that Nintendo fanboys don't do themselves any favours really when they're bitching and whining like that. They sure don't. No, they sure don't. But yeah, so even though Super Smash Bros. Won, so for the game, I was really surprised by the actual Game of the Year award. Really, really surprised, the Game of the Year winner, because for months now, it was. Do you ever see those? Do you ever see those situations, those scenarios in a TV show or a movie where these two competitors are like, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, I'm definitely going to win. No, you're not going to win. I'm going to win. You're going to lose and I'm going to win. And it's about these two competitors, but they completely disregard the other competitors. Right? And by the end of it, the other competitor wins, and the two of them are like looking at each other thinking, the hell? And that's pretty much what happened for me. I was deflated. I either thought that it was going to be either Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Well, I couldn't really wrap my head around why Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was even in that category to begin with. And then out of nowhere, Sekira, or however the hell the game is pronounced, and I was like, really? And then there was no follow-up, you know, secret reveal. You see, do you know what it is? We're so used to Nintendo Directs, and even like the indie world videos. We're so used to Nintendo always having that one surprise up their sleeve, where we just kind of like, I suppose we just kind of like expected there to be like one little surprise. I was even texting my buddy Damien. I was like, maybe there's one more surprise, and there wasn't. Like, all we had before that was I mean, imagine ending the Game Awards on a world premiere for Fast and the Furious. I mean, Jesus Christ Almighty! Like, I didn't think about that until now. I mean, that's really bad. I mean, I actually kind of, I'm like, what the hell, Jeff? Like, I mean, Jeff is better than that. Jeff is better than that. Like, I mean, okay, like, I get there are people out there who play, you know, Fast and the Furious, but Fast and the Furious is not that mainstream of a game. It doesn't speak to every gamer, so it's not a way to kind of end the Game Awards in terms of a game's reveal. So that was quite a strange one. Now that was really quite a strange one. But I had hoped that after the actual award was handed for Game of the Year, that there was going to be like another reveal or something like that. Maybe a lot of people. But maybe Nintendo and Jeff Keighley had a plan where, like, maybe if they had a plan where, it's interesting. Like, what if Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had one game? No, that wouldn't make any sense because, sorry, I'm having to finish my own sentences. Sorry. So what I was going to say was, I was going to say that maybe if Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had one Game of the Year, that they were going to like, that they had prepared like a reveal trailer for a Smash Fighter. But if that was the case, they would have just shown it when they won Best Fighter. But look, what I will say about like Nintendo's lack of a presence, because Nintendo did have a complete lack of a presence, really, if you think about it. I know that Bravely Default 2 is coming to the Switch, but that's the Square Enix game. I know that No More Heroes 3 got like...
Van Diesel PS2 game is the surprise.
Oh, you know, yeah, for God's sake, like, fucking Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez. Look, I don't know if she was reading from a telegraphic thing or what, but she just made a complete fool of herself. She was trying to say how much of a gamer she was, but then at the end of it, like, she was more or less fucking saying all this, like, but... Anyway, I'm going to literally have to abruptly end the live stream. I wanted to thank everyone who watched the live stream. Really appreciate your support, and I will see you next time on GreenHerb-Gaming.